but we're going to wait a little bit to get some more people in here. We're going to get about 10, 12 in here. We're going to wait a little bit. That way we can let everybody know what's going on.
He came in fourth. And the game mechanic is Darling, South Carolina. And Marvin is St. John.
Okay, cool. Now, I meant to ask you something. I noticed the pictures and the videos of his race car. Why is the plastic around the tires just to protect them while it's traveling? The plastic wrap around the tires. I mean, I was fiddled with it back in the 80s, you know, helping guys out. But I mean, I didn't know what the plastic wrap around the tires was for while you were getting to the racetrack. So what is that about?
Okay, so he says, Project says he won heat race. Rejaw started 8th, made his way up to 4th.
Nice. That's good. That's good. How many we got right now?
18.
18? 18? Okay. All right. First thing is you guys tell us if you got any questions. Tell us where you're from. But since we got near 20 you guys in here already, and I know this is a big one, okay? Now, that one back there, that motor, you'll never guess Christmas Day this year is on a Thursday. We're going to give that motor away. Okay? But here's the thing. You got to buy a t-shirt or something off of a Spring, which is scrolling underneath the screen right now. Okay? But the thing is that Spring is very protective of you guys' information. All right? So what we're going to do is my email address is underneath, is in the bottom of all my listings. Okay? All my videos, my email address. What I need you to do is throw me a screenshot of an order from Spring for a t-shirt, a hat, a cup, a mug, whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Okay, even you guys that have bought stuff before and gotten it, if you can scrounge up your receipt, screenshot it to me, and it's going to go in the bucket. Okay, and Christina, Christmas Day is going to pick out the winner of that motor. Okay, so it's going to be somebody else's, for Christmas, which is, I think, is a great idea. Okay, but like I said, Spring will not give me the information of who buys on it. They're very protective of everybody's information. So if you order something off of Spring, just grab me a screenshot of the receipt, the order, and email it to me. It's bigbuckslater@gmail.com. Okay, that is the big deal of today, is that is going to belong to somebody else. Now, you're going to get harmonic balancer to heads. You're going to get a long block. The valve covers and the pulley that's on it is mine. Okay, and the intake is mine. But you're getting the long block. Everything. You just stems. Just ready to go. Just put the valve covers on it. Put a pulley on it. Put a flywheel of your choice or a flex plate of your choice, and you're off and running. You got to break it in. Like I said, it hasn't been popped off, but you guys have seen the video. You guys can watch that video if you want of the build on that. Okay, but I mean, it's the first giveaway ever for Uncle Buck's Garage, but I need to, because we don't order them and hold them and mail them out ourselves, you guys are going to have to send me the screenshot of the purchase, and that qualifies you for the order. Okay, so that's the big thing. That motor is going to have a new owner Christmas Day of 2025, and Christina is going to reach in the bucket and she's going to pick the one out. Okay, and that'll be the big thing for the live for Christmas Day. Christmas Day Eve. Yeah, Christmas Day Eve. All right.
The game says, I tagged you in a video on my page. Thank you for knowledge for helping me build my 79 C10. You
are very, very welcome. You are very, very welcome. That's what this is all about. The concrete pad is done. They finished it today. The approach and the back patio is poured now. The main one, you guys have seen the video. I've had those out. But they finished it up today and did some dirt work and moved everything around and got it smoothed out. I'm gonna need rain a couple times and some seed to get the grass back growing, because what they don't tell you when you build a building is it messes up the yard. But the guy that I had build it is really good with a skid steer, and he's everything is just smoothed out and good. And but that part is done. The building is ordered 3 to 5 weeks out for the building. I'll videotape that one once the crew gets here to put it up. That'll be a time lapse for that one on that one. But the biggie is done and it's paid for. Already got the check to them. So I mean, it's took care of. So and I didn't think it was going to be as big as it is. I mean, it's the 30 by 40, for the building, but then there's a 10-foot patio on the back for the whole length, and then there's a 25-foot approach that's 25 foot wide with a little pad for the man door going in the front. It's big. I mean, it took up a third of the yard. I mean, I ain't gonna have to mow as much, but it was big. But he also brought in what they call it's crushed dust, crushed dust, and it's I don't think I'm saying that right, but it's basically, he says they start out at the place, and so it'll be this big, and they crush it down, and all that dust is very cheap, and it's very good for filler. And he says the grass will grow over the top of it, and basically he made me a approach plus with the crushed dust, which he said after a year or two it'll set up like concrete, and it'll grow grass over top of it, and it'll be a path that no matter how much it rains, it'll be solid. You can get up into it if you decide in the future not to come in and finish paving it. So that was a plus, and he was the best.
Jason Osling said it's crusher dust.
Crusher dust. You're absolutely right. That's what it is. Crusher dust, and it's the best stuff ever, man. But boy, does it. That when it's dry, and it's been really dry around here the last couple of weeks, it just dust everywhere. I mean, even already on the new slab, there's dust everywhere on the new slab just from him running the skid steer and smoothing things out. But hey, just remember, smash that like button since you're here. And the only other news we got is the gray one right here. That's the new build. That one's getting rings and bearings and the whole 9 yards, all brand new in it, and plastic gauge. I actually, they don't put plastic gauge in gasket sets anymore. They used to, if I'm remembering right, they used to put plastic gauge in gasket sets, but they don't do it anymore. So that was like a $3 thing that I had to do at the zone. But we're doing everything right on this one. Everything's right. So, all right, that's the big news. Any questions? But like I said, if you guys have any troubles with getting me the screenshot or whatever, just message me or whatever, and we'll get it fixed, and we'll get you in the hat for the drawing for Christmas for the thing. But you gotta buy something off of Spring to do it. Some kind of Uncle Buck's Garage merch.
Project says he got one yesterday. Does that count? Yes.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Everybody that's ordered, even in the past, there's been 7 or 8 or 10 of you that's ordered in the past, that qualifies. But I got to have that receipt, that screenshot, to put your name in the hat.
Okay. How's the Mustang going? Nowhere.
Been a little busy.
What size cam is in the giveaway block? Is it a Rowdy? LOL.
It's Rowdy. Yeah, it's a 288 with a 296 split duration, heavy on the exhaust. 465, 478 lift with the 487X heads. That got ported out and polished and everything, and all new stuff, all new springs. The only thing is that the short block, is a used short block, but we put new gaskets, oil pump. If you guys want to know what's in that thing, just even with the cam card, just watch the video. It's in there.
Just curious, what's the wall height of your new shop?
12 foot on the walls, 15'9" in the center, which gives me enough space to do. We're going to build an office in it so we can edit and do things right there on the spot. And so we have some storage up the stairs on one side. But 15'9" in the center.
Is a full fuel regulator better than a manual pump?
Well, it depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to use a high volume manual pump, you need a regulator on it. If you have an electric pump pushing from the tank, then you need a regulator on it. But just a regular stock replacement fuel pump, you don't have to have a regulator because they run 4 to 7 pounds. And a Holley carburetor or a Quadrajet or whatever will take 4 to 7 pounds without, overflowing or blowing out a power valve or doing whatever. It just depends on the application.
C10.
Then if you're just going to do it, you don't need a regulator for a manual pump for a C10. Nope. Don't need it. Don't have one on Bamalam. Don't need it. Then that 750 Holley runs just fine on a stock replacement fuel pump. Oh, and if you guys, I know pretty much probably all of you guys have, I hope. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and hit that button so you get told when, because with this build and everything going on, like I put out 4 videos this week, just bam, 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 not normal for my normal listing, so yeah, hit that bell so you get told when something new comes out.
He says, all right, thank you.
So now it's just waiting for the package to hit the pad, and then 3 to 5 days after that is when the group of guys show up to put it up. And I'll film all that, but that's all I need to do was get it in the drive for this year. And the next year, all bets are off. We're gonna be hot and heavy. We're gonna be going hard next year.
What gears are you going to use for the big block?
It depends on what I put it in. Okay, see, I got the Mustang, which we got to get started on the Mustang once, we get that started. And Bamalam's pretty much said it's a one-wheel wonder right now, but I got, the rear end, which I'm going to do the video on. I'm going to do that video. All right. And I think the big block is probably going to go in the drag truck, unless I get a wild hair and put it in Bamalam, because I don't think I'm going to get rid of Bamalam. I think that's going to be my daily when the weather's good and fun time. So for me, big block, which is sitting right there, which Kenny wants to get into. My son is really jazzed up for building a big block, which we have the short block, we have the heads, bits and pieces, things here and there. But I'm really haven't decided. I might go really with this one, with this small block. I might go in the drag truck, or the big block might go in the drag truck. Depends on if I come across some good parts or if it, I feel comfortable with it. So it's because I have a 700 R4. I have a Turbo 400. I could pretty much do any combination I want, but I got to do some work on the Mustang. We got to get started on the Mustang. We really do. And get it out of mothballs. But there's just been, with all this build and everything, there just doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day.
The game says, I've been watching you for the longest. I appreciate everything that you bring to the YouTube to help us guys like me, my first build.
Oh, that's what I was getting to. One of the guys that was on a crew for the concrete guys, he has a son that's in high school. He's in a junior and he's doing VOTEC, and he wants to come next summer and work with me on the summer and learn stuff, which is what it's all about. I mean, really, buck you. That if I could get a 16-year-old interested in old trucks and building stuff, that's a win-win. A kid that actually wants to learn how to hot rod, I think that's the coolest stuff ever, and I am all in. I told him, and he told me today. He said that he talked to his son about it. He said he's in. He wants to come down and just show up and and learn, which would be just freaking amazing. But that's what it's all about. That's what we did for each other when we were young. I just want to, before I go, I want to know that my son, he is a mechanic and he's fixing to go, get certification, and my grandsons and my, if my friends' sons want to get it, my friends' daughters want to get into it, I'm happy.
I'm running a 4.56 with this full floater axle with my big block.
That's a lot of gear for a big block. Are you running like 8th mile? Or are you running on the street? That's a lot of gear. I mean, yeah, it'll twist a car in half, but I mean, boy, that's like repping out real quick. I mean, there's no highway involved with a 456 gear.
Southern Square Body, what's this channel about?
It's about building old classics. Right now, I've done one square body. I'm in the middle of finishing the second square body. I got a 66 Mustang sitting right here. I've got a 70s frame outside, short bed. I'm going to do a Malibu or Chevelle. I'm going to do a Camaro. It's my jam. My love of my life when it comes to cars is second-gen Camaros. And I'm not talking about 70 and a half to 73. I'm talking about 78s to 81s. That is the love of my life. I'm going to build me a Corvette. I mean, I'm finally in the space in my life where I can like live my dream. So I have several things I want to do, but if it's got a computer in it, I ain't touching it. It's got to be old enough that I can yank computer out and just go manual everything.
How many yards of concrete? Happy for the fam.
It ended up being 5 trucks, which the first 2 were loaded 10 yards. To finish the slab, for the building was an extra 2 yards, so that's 22 yards, and then 2 10-yard trucks today for the approach and for the patio. So it's 42 yards total. 5 trucks is what it was over the last couple of days. So that was a lot. And 3 loads of crusher dust for fillage. And I'm actually thinking about spending the money and having the same company just bring me a load of topsoil so that I can just get it all filled in. But I think I'll probably do that first of the year after we get some rain, everything settles, all the dust is knocked down, and we got grass seed on the shelf ready to go. So yeah, it's just going to be. I didn't realize that was going to mess the yard up so much, which is fine. But I mean, that pad is big enough. It cut down the amount of mowing I got to do. That's for sure.
Okay, so Christopher says just swap the small 455 to 700 R4. I like it with that gear set up on my big block truck. Yeah,
7R4. The overdrive is the way to go if you're going to do any kind of just like cruising. Yeah, and that's 70% or 60%, whatever. I can't remember. Is it a 70% overdrive for 700R4 or 65%? I can't remember what it is. But I mean, that's a game changer. You can run a steep gear and just pull like blazes out of the hole. But they weren't built for a lot of horsepower. You put a big block in front of 7R4, you got to be careful with it, or you got to spend a lot of money to build it to where to hold it. But they're great. Just buy a little $15 wiring kit for your overdrive and for your lockup, and you're good to go.
Dave says, going to start calling you Professor Pushrod.
That's not, Dave, that's not a bad idea. Professor Pushrod. I mean, I give me a white coat, one of those little reflective things, make videos. Christina's like rolling her head terribly, Professor Pushrod. I like that. Hey, Dave, do you still need the spring compressor? Because I mean, I can make a run this weekend. I mean, Kenny's working Saturday, so I could probably make a run up this weekend.
Thoughts on turbo 350 versus 700R UNC?
What was he asking? The
Thoughts on a 300 versus a 700R UNC?
Okay, the 350 is stronger. Actually, they're actually stronger than the 700R4s. I mean, I had a 350 behind a big block, the one in the drag car, and beat on it for 6 years. I mean, 704s that I mean 704s are two, and the overdrive transmissions have their pick into those. They're not as strong as they could be. A 350 can be, put some extra clutches in it, do a rebuild, do a shift kit. I mean, there's a lot that could be done for both. But I mean, if for strength wise, I would have to go with the 350 over the 700, 400 over the 350. But now with the new electronics, the 80s and the stuff that, I mean, they can take monstrous amounts of horsepower. But for the old stuff, that's why I got that 400 core, because it'll stand up. There's a reason they put them in Chevelles with big blocks.
And UNC means uncle. So and Dave says, if you have time to run it up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to have some time Saturday afternoon. Are you watching the boys Saturday afternoon, or are you good? By the way, oh my God, are your grandkids growing quick? I mean, they're huge. They're like spread like grain. I mean, I can't believe how big they are already. We're getting old, Dave. But it's great being a grandpa. It's really great being a grandpa. All right. Remember, if you haven't yet, smash that like button. Do you guys have any questions about the giveaway for Christmas?
He says, Dave says, I'll be around the shop.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll probably be up after we get done shopping and stuff, probably in the afternoon. After she decides where we're going to eat, Guys, have you guys got the same problem I do that, when you say, okay, you have to choose, they kind of ha around, I've gotten to the point where I just say, okay, we're going here. When it comes to like going out to dinner, or, like every Saturday.
Not always.
Most generally. Now, to get her to make a decision of where we're going to go to eat.
Whatever.
But when I know I want it, like it was Chinese last weekend, I knew I wanted Chinese. So I said, we're going to Chinese place. She was fine with it. It's like, just make a decision. Just don't give them an option. Just say, we're going here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Probably see the backhand.
Oh, that's another thing. Does your old lady smack you in the chest as she's driving? Just because? Just whack. Just like when she gets startled, or she comes up with an idea, just gives you a whack in the chest. Right here, right in the sternum.
Marvin says, if we win, we pay for the shipping and shipping it?
No. Okay. That's a good question. You got to come get it. I'm not traveling. You got to come to Oklahoma and get it.
Okay, and a while back I showed you a video where my fuel pressure gauge was bouncing all over. I put a regulator on it and now it's steady.
Yep. Okay, a fuel pump, from the push.
Oh, he said, Marvin says, not that I will win it, LOL.
You don't ever know. That's the whole thing. If you don't enter, or if you haven't bought some merch to help support channel, you ain't got a chance. So like I said, email bigbuckslater@gmail.com. I'll have it. It's on the bottom of all my listings, my descriptions. It's there. So you just as soon as I get them in, they're going in the hat. and then she's going to pick it for Christmas Day.
So Christopher says 700 with a constant pressure valve body helps with a 454.
Okay, that's a great idea. It really is. I mean, but every transmission has their picadillos. But I mean, the 400 was designed to handle the heavy horsepower and torque of big blocks. So I mean, if you're going down direct strip, you only if you're going 8th mile, you only need 2 gears, unless you're really geared up, like 5 somethings, and just ripping the hell out of it. But just I don't think I'm going to build something to play on the drag strip, just to play on the drag strip, not to be competitive, just to have some fun with it. But I think I'm just going to build street cars from this point on. Things that cruise good and they're fun, enjoyable, so that you can take out anytime you want. That's my jam. Let's enjoy them. Let's knock the dust off of them and just have a good time.
Christopher says that is how I set mine up on my 80 C30.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and it worked good. Yeah. That's a big truck, a C30. That's a dually, isn't it? A C30 is a dually. Or at least a 3/4 ton, or a heavy half 3/4, or a heavy 3/4 ton. That's a lot of truck. Do you have any problems with heat with like towing or anything? Or is it just a daily?
It's a single cab dually.
Yeah. Long bed or short bed? Do you use it for towing, or is it just a daily? Just for fun? Yeah. Been a long week. I've been up early a couple of days. I mean, those concrete guys, they get here before the sun comes up. and and Christina didn't realize one was already parked behind the tree this morning, and he had the gates open, and one of the dogs almost got him. He said, "Oh Lord," she let him out, and they went running like they normally do, and he said, "Oh crap, the gate's open." So he tried to get out of the truck and get to the gate, and he got cornered up. Had to wait till they kind of forgot about me to get to the gate.
Okay. Let's say it's a mostly daily driver. Does have a gooseneck. Let's see here. I just lost it.
But yeah, if you're daily driving a dually, and you for some mild towing and stuff with a gooseneck, yeah, 704, if you do it right, can be great.
Can you give a brief explanation on when they talked about having a stall converter? I don't quite understand.
Okay, a stall converter flashes. It's designed to allow the motor to rev up before it actually engages the pump in the transmission. It's a drag racing. I don't consider a stall streetable, okay, because it creates a lot of heat, it creates a lot of slippage, and a stall will take a shift kit that's banging on second gear or third gear going in the drive, and it'll soften it up terribly on the street. A stall converter is designed to let your RPM range get up into the power band before it actually grabs a hold of the transmission and puts power to the back tires. It's like a cheap version of a trans brake. Not as good as trans brake, but just sitting at a stoplight and stomping the pedal. Instead of flashing like 2,200 RPMs, which the stock one will do, you can flash 3,500, 4,000, 4,500. And that RPM, that's when the transmission starts getting power, which means you're upper in the RPM range and you actually have more power going to the back tires just by stomping the go pedal. That's what a stall does. It raises the flash RPM range to get you into a more powerful power band, but I don't recommend them on the street. I mean, they used to. I had what they called a street fighter in my hot rod back in the day, and I had a great shift kit in it, and it would bang the gears. It would bark second gear. As soon as I put that stall in, it made it lazy for the shift kit. I was disappointed in it. I don't recommend a stall at all on the street.
Project says, what's the email again? Junior just bought a shirt. LOL.
BigBuckSlater@gmail.com. BigBuckSlater@gmail.com. Like I said, every video I have, it's at the bottom of the listing, right next to the PO box. BigBuckSlater@gmail.com. And tell Junior I really appreciate it, because
he said thank you.
You're very welcome. I really, really, really appreciate it. And that's the thing, is it, I mean, you guys might think about that for you guys' YouTube channel. I mean, now you got to get like 10,000 subscribers to go on to Spring, but you guys can still, at your local place, get some t-shirts made up, and you guys can still sell them at the track. I mean, I do a lot of friends and family and at cruise nights and stuff like that, cruises, things. I sold a lot of t-shirts and hats, which reminds me, I got to order. I don't have hats on Spring because these hats are embroidered, all right, and they're made by a company that's local by me, and the ones from Spring are just like heated on. It's not embroidered, it's not stitched in, and the quality is shit. So I didn't want to do anything that was bad quality to my viewers, so that's why I still have these made. And all the guys that put my stuff up, they all got hats, and now I'm down to 2. I got 2 left. But if you guys would like a hat, you can email me and I can send you an invoice through PayPal if you like a hat. But I don't sell these on Spring because the quality is just not there.
Junior's watching.
It's awesome. But like I said, yeah, everybody, just all you gotta do is just send me that receipt, send me that screenshot, and we'll it'll be a nice Christmas present for somebody.
Project says hopefully they'll get there.
Oh, like I wanted to tell you that your sound quality on your videos. Oh, by the way, guys, the link to his videos will be in my descriptions. Check him out. I mean, he's one of us. But I just want to say the sound quality for the last video was awesome, and she's awesome. I mean, your wife is like, that's cool. I can't get Christina to get in front of the camera. I just can't. She just doesn't want no part of it. She'd rather be behind the scenes and doing this, and reading the questions to me. But sooner or later, I'll get her on camera. I don't know. She's like shaking her head right now. No. But anyways, it's
Project says she is a badass.
She is badass. She's awesome. She did really good. That video was good. I really liked it. If you guys haven't seen it, like I said, there'll be a link in my description. You guys check him out. I mean, he's one of us. Good people. Do you guys have any other questions? The reason I'm asking is Miss Christine is not feeling very good tonight. She had a rough day, and she got up early, and she's just been a little off today. So we might cut this one a little short. We might just do the hour and be done tonight. Any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? Anyway, so we'll have the videos. We're going to do this build one step at a time. Me and Kenny are going to put the crankshaft in this weekend. We're going to plastic gauge everything. And then we'll be putting the rings and the pistons in and the rods. And we'll be doing a video about that. And just, we're going to go step by step and doing it and get, it seems like me and my son, we make good videos together because he's right in the middle of the mix, video and what I'm doing. For me to make videos, I have to stop and explain what I'm doing. When he's here, he can hold the camera and he can just get in there elbow deep, and we can go piece by piece by piece, and it just seems to go a little smoother. I mean, if you guys have channels, if you guys want to open a channel, that's the best way to go, is have somebody else like Miss Christina reading the questions, or somebody else holding the camera and getting in there and just getting the nuts and bolts. And it just, I don't know, it's a father-son thing. It really is. I really enjoy spending time with him.
Why is my small block overheating? I have a Holly Sniper 2 full system. Can it be my timing?
When did it start? Before or after you put the Holly on?
And then Russ says new head bolts on rebuild.
I don't know. I have a whole bucket, about 3 engines worth of head bolts. And head bolts are, unless you're going extreme, studs and stuff are really not necessary. But what was the first question? Oh, good to see you, Russ, by the way.
Says, why is my small block overheating?
Okay, now, did you change the intake when you put that on, or just bolted on the existing intake? Did you change the thermostat? Tell me the process of what you did to put the fuel injection on it.
Eddie says, hello, how are you? What do you think about an LS swap 5.3 or a 6.0? You think they're better than the 350 and 454?
Okay. Let's put it out here. Okay, now I have nothing against the 5.3, the 4.8s, 5.3, 6.0s. I got nothing against them. I have one in my daily driver. I mean, it's a great engine. It's a great platform. But me, being me, I am mechanical, okay? I'm not electronic. I'm not fuel injection. I am not, any of that, okay? They are a great platform. They really are. You can take the 6.0 from a 3/4 ton, and you can put a turbo on it or nitrous on it and do whatever you want to. And it'll take 1,000 horsepower all day long for a little while, okay? You can't really do that with a small block. But when it goes down, when this goes out, or this sensor goes out, or that sensor is wrong, or the fuel map is wrong, or this, I mean, there's so much that I don't know about. I don't even have a laptop, okay? I don't. Junior does. And he wants to build an LS, but I'm never going to build an LS. You got a question?
Huh.
Okay. So for me, it's going to be carburetor, intake, headers, whether it's small block, big block, whatever it is. I've got nothing against LS. They are a great platform. When they, in the 98s, 99s, when they first come out, I mean, they were awesome. I mean, and I love my 09. I mean, it's a work truck, and it doesn't have that variable fuel shit in it, and it's just a 5.3 with an overdrive with 373 gears, and it hauls the mail, and it starts up every time, and it's reliable, and but if I'm building them, I'm not putting a new motor, an LS, in a square body. I'm not putting an LS in a second-gen Camaro. I'm not putting an LS in a Corvette. I'm not. It's going to go back in with what it came out, small or big, but that's just me. Everybody in the world is doing it. They have LS fests. And when they retro LSs in everything. It's just not my bag. It's just not.
So it says after. That was to the question, why my small block overheating? That's what he was saying after. He said I had a 160 thermostat, and then I removed the thermostat, still having the same issues.
Okay. Did you change the intake, or did you just put the fuel injection system on?
He said Griffin radiator, electronic fans, 416 OR, Tranny Holly intake.
Now, okay. Now, did you change all of that all at the same time whenever you're putting the fuel injection on it? Or did you just pop out the carburetor and put a fuel injection on it, and then after the fact you're trying to chase the heat? That's the thing. Because it's like...
Yes.
Okay. So you just pop the carburetor off, put a fuel injection on. And then now you're chasing heat problems.
Yes, I changed everything at the same time.
All right. Now, I'm not going to bag on you, but you broke the golden rule. Is you change one thing at a time. When it's hard for me to tell you what's wrong because you change a bunch of things all at one time. All right. That's the problem, is that you don't know what's working and what's not. Okay. And so if it was me, I wouldn't have done it like you did it. I would have put the fuel injection on and left everything else alone. Just change the fuel injection. Okay. And then after that, then I would have, then I would have went, radiator. Then I would have went, does it have the mechanical fan still on it, or is it electric fans? Does it have an air conditioner compressor on it? There's does it get hot while it's idling, or does it get hot while you're going down the road? Okay, let's start with first thing. With the radiator.
Let's see. Junk in the radiator, back, let's see here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tim says, junk in the radiator, back flush it, maybe. Electric fans, I have vintage air system.
Okay. Okay, now was that on there before you put the fuel injection on it? The vintage air system, because there's airflow restriction right there because of the condenser. Let's go step by step. We got time.
No.
Okay.
What he said. No.
So you put the vintage air on along with the fuel injection and everything all together. Everything got put on new all at once.
I put everything at the same time. Yes.
See, okay, that's a hard one to diagnose. That's a hard one because there's so many things involved in that. Okay, now, did you go with your fans, puller or pusher, in front of the radiator and condenser, or after the radiator and condenser next to the engine?
Okay, I got 420 Peter. Hey, Buck, I got a 99 Camaro 3.8 V6 with a 4L60E.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the motor lost oil pressure, developed rod knock. I've got a $3,000 invested. Would it be worth it to LS swap or just pull another 3.8?
Now, I kind of did the same thing. I had a 92 model with a 3.8 liter in it, V6, and I did a little work on the exhaust. I did work on the throttle body, cleaned everything up. I did a little, I had it bored over and everything. It was a great little car. Now with the taking from the V6 to the V8, motor mounts, might have to deal with radiator. but you're also going to have to deal with the computer. But it's totally up to you. If you can find one that's in the junkyard that has the harness on it, the whole 9 yards, and you're plug and go, I would do V8 just for fun. But the V6, to rebuild the V6 is not that bad of an option because you can do a little head work. You can play around with a little bit. I mean, there's lots of resources online to be able to do it. And I really enjoyed the little V6. Now, everybody made fun of me because I had a V6 with the 3-inch exhaust on it back to a big Flowmaster, and it sounded like a V6 with a Flowmaster. But I really liked the car, and the guy that bought it for me still has it and enjoys the hell out of it.
Okay. David says 160-degree thermostat seems a little cool. Removing it is even worse.
Yeah.
Cool plant has to be regulated and keep in the radiator long enough for it to cool off.
Yeah.
Airflow CFM is a big deal.
Yeah.
Not next to the engine, inside.
Okay, the fans, the electric fans, are they on the front of the radiator or on the back of the radiator? And if they are on the back of the radiator, does it have a shroud system in it, or is it just on the radiator trying to suck air?
420 Peter says, thanks, I appreciate your opinion. That car guy, did you ever check into No Name Nationals?
No, I didn't. I just got too much going on right now. Right now, for us to get on the road. That's why we're not doing SEMA and we're not doing PRI. I just got too much going on. 26 is going to be a different year, and I'm hoping I'm settled down and we'll be able to do stuff like that and be able to get on the road and do weekenders, things like that. But right now, I just don't have the time.
The car is, I'm putting a traditional SBC timing cover and balancer on my Vortec build. Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, you can put a double roller timing chain on a roller cam, not a problem. You just got to make sure you have space and you're not rubbing on the cover. I mean, yeah, because if you got it should have the plate, the retention plate for the cam, and I'm a double roller fan. I mean, yeah, there ain't any issues with that as long as it doesn't rub.
That says just on the radiator.
It's on the radiator, front or back? Front or back? Is it before the condenser is it pushing or is it pulling? But no shroud. Which is a big deal. That's why, when I get them,
back.
It's in the back. Okay. So it's pulling. Are you for sure that your airflow is the right direction? Because you can just swap wires and they'll go push or they'll go pull. Are you sure that it's pulling air? I mean, but you might think about having to, if you don't want to mess with the thing, you might think about adding a pusher on the front side of it, a bigger one. But without having a shroud and just putting a fan on the back of it and trying to suck air through it, that's problematic. I mean, I learned that the hard way. That's why I still, to this day, if I have shrouds, I put them up in the closet because I'm going to need them. And that's why I do mechanical fans, puller fans with shrouds, and I never have a problem. It's electric fans, if they're not set up exactly right, can be really problematic.
Chris says hello, and Jason says, I'm leaning towards the Tuxedo 4-post lift FP8K DX. Very reasonable and nice warranty. Have you picked one out? No,
I was thinking Ben Pack myself. if you can, send me a link to them so I can check them out. And maybe reach out to them, see if they want to do some sponsorship, if they want to send me a lift just for fun. You guys out there, like I said, this is all after the first of the year. Once it gets up in the dry, that's when I'm going to be sending emails out to all the manufacturers and see if I can get some kind of deal made. But if you guys have got experience with different lift companies, things like that, send me a link through my email address, bigbuckslater@gmail.com. And I'll check them out because, I don't have a lot of experience, but I know I'm going 4 posts and not 2 posts. I've seen too many videos of cars getting dumped off the ends of them and bad things happening. So I'd rather drive up on a ramp and be able to lift the whole car up because, I'm really looking forward to that part of it and not getting up and down on because I need to put exhaust on Bamalam. And that's the first thing I'm going to do once I get a lift is I'm going to get the welder out. I'm going to put exhaust on Bamalam.
Let's see here. Zez says, I told you, he said back, and then yes.
Yeah.
Michael Scanlon says, hello, Uncle Buck.
Hello, Michael.
And Zez says, thank you.
Oh, and by the way, hello to Sue Ann and hello to Thomas.
Okay. Project says, I have been looking at the Triumph lift mechanic store. I picked it up in Columbus, Ohio. Saves quite a bit of shipping.
If you pick it up and now have it delivered. See, that's the reason I'm thinking about BenPack, because I think either Jegs or Summit has, like, if you spend a certain amount, it's free shipping, which would be beneficial. Plus, you can get, with Summit, you can get the points for the purchase through Summit, which would help out in the future. There's many a slip between a cup and a lip. So, there's lots of ways to go around it. But, there's lots of companies. It's going to be shopping. It's going to be shopping.
Chris says, do you have a tire changer?
No, I don't have a tire changer. I've got a really good friend that's just a mile down the road and local guy, and he treats me good. Because you buy the tires from him, they give you a free rotations, things like that. And he gives me a monster good deal. He did on the first truck. He gave me a monster good deal on Bamalam. Anything that I come across him, he'll order it for me, and he does me good. Keith is top notch. That's one of those friendships that you make over time, and he watches the channel, and really, it's really awesome. It's really awesome. The car community, even a guy that sells tires for a living is in the car community, and he makes you really smoking good deals, and because the last thing I want to do, I talked to him about this, is that I'm not going to buy tires off of like TireRack.com or whatever it is, and then have them delivered and take them down there for him to mount them up. It ain't going to happen. I'm going to buy the tires from him, get the warranty from him, get the free rotation from him, and I'm going to shop local, and Keith has done me just aces for years, and we're the same age, and we go through all the same stuff, and he works with his son, and I try to work with my son. It's awesome.
What's the engine block behind you?
That one's going to be given away for Christmas. Okay. So if you haven't heard the story, okay, that one is, I have a video. It's about 2 hours long, but the full build of that engine. Okay. That one's getting given away Christmas Day. All right. If you buy, there'll be a scroll underneath the screen. If you buy a t-shirt, if you buy some kind of merch, send me the screenshot of the purchase, and your name will go on the hat. And Christina is going to draw the winning name Christmas Day 2025, and that's going to be somebody's engine. All right? That's what it's for. We're going to give that one away for Christmas. Christmas Day 2025, it's going to have a new owner. But you got to buy some merch from the spring underneath. But the thing about spring is that they don't give me the information of who buys. So you got to send me the screenshot of the purchase, and it'll go in the hat, and she's going to pick the winner. Christmas Day.
That car guy says, as far as the balancer is concerned, I hear that the one-piece crank are both internal and the front side of the crank and external on the rear. Will this change my balancer needs?
Yes. Okay. The newer ones, the one-piece rear seals, that one, okay, there's two different kinds of balancers. There's a balancer and there's a dampener, okay? A balancer has a weight inside of it for an external balanced motor, like a 454 is an external balanced motor, which means it has extra weights on the flywheel, you have extra weights on the harmonic balancer. A dampener is internal balance. The 350 is internal balance, which means it has no weights on it. It's just a regular flex plate or a flywheel and a dampener, okay, with the rubber ring just for harmonics for the crankshaft, and it's internally balanced. All right, so that's the difference. Turbo 400 cubic inch engines are external balance. They'll have weights on the flywheel, weights on the harmonic balancer. 350, 305, 289, 283s, they're all internal balance. The crankshaft is balanced from the factory. They just have harmonic dampeners on them. That's the difference. 396s, 427s, internal balance. They don't have, they have harmonic dampeners for the harmonics for just the, but a 454 has a specific type of flywheel and a specific type of harmonic balancer on the front of it.
Okay. Project says they truck it in. They truck ship it. Have to have a forklift. That's my issue. Jake says, Uncle Buck, just found your channel yesterday. I like the budget small block build.
That's what we're giving away.
And then Sawyer says, no way, I'm definitely going to enter, man, and check out that video. See, Chris says, I live in the middle of nowhere, and I'm thinking about getting one. Do you have anyone's to recommend?
No, not really. Like I said, I got to do my research for my lift. I mean, Benpack seems the way to go, but I'm sure there's other companies out there. It depends on who I reach out to and what kind of response I get. I mean, well, we're going to go 4-post because I just don't trust 2-post. Plus, it's a 4-inch slab, and you got to like really put a lot of concrete underneath it and a lot of support and structure. And no, we'll just do a 4-post with retractable wheels where you can put it up and you can push it where you need it, that sort of thing.
Let's see here, and Michael says your doghouse is going to be pretty big.
Yeah, the doghouse is pretty big. I didn't think it was going to turn out as big as it did. I mean, it's freaking massive. There's going to be a lot of usable space.
David says the newer one-piece seal small block engines have counterweights on the flex plate also.
There you go. I mean, if I don't know it, David knows it. And so they're externally balanced. The one pieces are. The 2-piece, the older ones, are internal balance, which they have dampeners, not balancers. There's two different things. A dampener is just harmonics. A balancer, it means you have to have those extra weights to make sure that everything goes right. What time is it?
9:05.
9:05?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you guys haven't yet done it, smash that like button. Okay. If you haven't done it, subscribe. Okay, get your purchase in, get your name in. I'm going to make a little special little ditty for all my videos now till Christmas, so that everybody knows what to do. But like I said, send me those screenshots to my email address. That's the only way I get the information, knowing that you bought something. If you bought something in the past, you still qualify. You just have to buy something off of Spring, Uncle Buck's Gear, and you qualify for a chance to win that motor, okay? But like I said, the motor is going to come, no valve covers, no intake, no pulley. It's going to be balancer and long block. That's it. But you can watch the video to see what's in it, what we did to it, everything we did to build it. But that's going to be my Christmas present to you guys. What?
David says, good night, Professor Pushrod.
Professor Pushrod.
And where can he send the purchase screenshot?
BigBuckSlater@gmail.com. That's me. BigBuckSlater@gmail.com. And like I said, everyone that I get, go in the hat, and she's going to pick the winner. At Christmas Day, December 25th, 2025, she's picking the winner. But you got to come get it.
Marvin says, good night.
Good night. Do you guys have any last questions?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, any last questions? Anything else we can help with? Okay, one last thing to fix the cooling problem. It just kind of popped in my head. See if you can get you a shroud with a mechanical fan and use your electric fan and change the polarity on it and use it as a pusher instead of a puller, okay? Mechanical, I mean, I can't push it anymore. For the older stuff, mechanical. A shroud and a clutch fan is way above. I mean, electric fans are trick and they're cool and they're everything, but they should be a backup to a mechanical fan. That's why there's still, even the LSs these days, even my 09 has a shroud with a mechanical fan on it. It's proven to work, okay? And if you do that, that should fix your overheating problem. That should get you enough airflow through that radiator and that air conditioner compressor. I mean, it should get you enough airflow to get everything cooled down, even just at idle. Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to call it a night. You guys have a great night, and you guys have a good day, because a good day today could be even a better day tomorrow. Remember, that one's up for grabs. Buy you some merch, send me a screenshot, and you'll go in the hat. I appreciate all you guys. Till next Thursday, I'm kind of bummed because it's over already. I mean, I really enjoy doing these lives. I really, really, really do. So y'all have a great day, because a great day today can mean what?
I have a 350 engine with a 0.032 inch ring line in the cylinder. Should I get the machines board or just run it off? Run it?
1 second. If you got a part, get you one of these. Don't get you a ball hone. Get you a machine hone flat, okay? That'll take care of your ridge, all right? Get you one of those. I think this was like $14 at O'Reilly's. They're great, okay? You can run them off your drill. A little bit of gas, a little bit of Marvel, a little bit of oil. Boom, 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 about 4 or 5 strokes to get a crosshatch in it, and it'll knock it down. You're good to go. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to run and go to the machine shop and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which is great if you really want to go top end, top notch, whatever. But like for the big block, we're going with this. And we're going to do as much as we can at home, because I don't know about you guys, but machine shops in my area went from like a dozen to 2. You know, and there's a waiting list for months You don't know how long your stuff is going to be in the machine shop until you get it back. So the need to be able to do it at home with hand tools, with drills, and with your own stuff has become more prevalent than ever. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we don't have to wait for months and months and months and months to get the engine back. Now this engine, I had to wait 5 months to get it back from the machine shop just 15 minutes away. 5 months just to get a line hone, get it vatted, get it bored, and get it back to me. 5 months just for a very simple machine job, a bore match with the pistons.
Okay, he says, I have gone with a 3-ring. It's already 0.03 over. It did the crosshatch. I'm worried about the blow by now.
No, just make sure that your rings have the right gap on them and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. That's all we're going to do with the big block. I mean, if I got to get oversized rings to go with them, because it's all right now, it's already 60 over. If I got to, go 65 over and get an oversized ring, and then just make sure the gap is right, and I'll be happy with it.
I see. With home, don't want to overbore. Machine shop in California, $1,200.
Yeah. Just for a bore. Just to bore the cylinders, $1,200. Yeah. I mean, this one right now as it's sitting, I have $525 in it just in machine work. And that was boring it for the pistons, cam bearings, freeze plugs, batting, $525. I mean, and that was 3 years ago, and no telling what it is now. And like I said, same thing. I got 2 machine shops left out of 12. Unless I want to travel 3 hours to Oklahoma City or 3 hours to Little Rock to a big, or like 2 hours to Fayetteville to a big city that might have a machine shop, or an hour and a half to Tahlequah, which is a good machine shop in Tahlequah. I mean, it is what it is. It's just that, it just is what it is. Just something we all have to deal with. So the more I can do at home and have it ready right now, the happier I am. And so that's what's going to be the focus of all of this for the next several years, is how much can you do with hand tools, with just some special little things from O'Reilly's, and see how good we can make them run, But I got nothing against the machine shop, but like I said, it's becoming a dying thing. But do you guys have any last questions? Because I got to get in there and I got to edit and get this all done and get this all back out tonight. Because I still got to open office in the morning.
Let's see here. Best length header for a 86 K24 easy install.
4-wheel drive. Now I'm really liking my Flotex and my Headman headers. That's what I'm putting on everything. But I don't have any 4-wheel drives. 4-wheel drives are different because of the way the suspension is built. It's a 4-wheel drive. Yeah, you're going to pay a little extra, but there's nothing wrong with Summit or Flotex or anything. I've never seen a reason to spend $800 on a set of high-end Headmans or, Schomfelds or whatever. If you're just cruising around enjoying it, Summit or Flotex or Jags brand, but you're going to pay a little extra because it is a 4-wheel drive, because it's got to be bent different, and they don't sell as many of them.
Okay, he said he did the hone so far and the engine deck too. Thanks, Uncle Buck.
Not a problem. All right, if you guys got any other questions, it's been a long week. I still got to work tomorrow. And she's got to work tomorrow. So I appreciate all of you guys being here. Remember, send me them emails so we can put them in the hat. And I'll make a little ditty to put into all the videos. so that we get everybody involved for Christmas. I'm hoping one of you guys that come to these lives on a regular basis gets a great Christmas present. But I can't guarantee you anything because she's pulling the name out of the hat. All right, so that's it tonight, guys. That
Say
it?
good night.
All right, you guys have a great night. Y'all be good. Bye.
Well, you cut it 15 minutes short.